Savior of the Tower Heart.
Right. A little bit of an accident. Or rather an issue with the recording program.
Testing.
So
1, 2. Is this thing working? It's a bit grubby.
I lost about an hour of
Can you hear me,
gameplay.
Master? Oh,
So this isn't exactly blind what I'm
now,
doing
sire.
now.
The creatures around here are rather frisky, so they will have undoubtedly repopulated the area.
Nothing really of real
Call forth
significant
some
happened,
marines
but
and
I
head
guess
for that
I'm much
peasant
more
village.
proficient in actually doing these
Free.
class of things.
Revolting name. Treasure.
Treasure indeed. Find Cray.
Halflings approaching, get ready!
Hang on, those ain't halflings. Look at the one with the helmet.
Could be 2 halflings holding up some armor. Yeah, I bet that's it. I don't trust those sneaky little what's-names.
Maybe you're right. Here, prove you ain't halflings and free our men from the camps down the road.
If you are, stay right there so I can get my aim straight.
There, in the field, greedy little halflings. Use your firebolt spell on the wheat and roast them like suckling pigs.
More halflings. More wheat fields.
More halflings. Joust them!
Are they gonna stand there and burn? Yes.
That's mine. One last thing, sire. Killing innocents, and I use the term loosely, increases your corruption level. This attracts more evil energy, which increases your powers. However, this is rarely suitable for establishing a long-term evil plan. That requires people, living people. Gratitude comes with its own rewards.
I'm not quite sure what the significance of this choice is. Corruption versus non-corruption. Because this seems to imply that I'll get more powers if I go the corruption route. But if I don't, I'll get more rewards. And I'm not sure which one would be more useful. Because I have no idea what I can use the money for example. So why am I collecting cash? I'm suspecting upgrades, but I don't actually know. And even if I do get upgrades, how useful are they going to be? Who the hell knows? Wait. Nah, never mind.
This is an arcane blood pit, sire. You can sacrifice minions here to regain your own health. Have no fear. Your minions will gladly die for you. They're very loyal.
I think this goes to the start.
A mana pit! Oh, I haven't seen one of these in years. They allow you to sacrifice your minions and replenish your mana.
Right, this goes to the river. Problem is, there's some kind of a thing there that requires 3 minions, but these minions will drown if I send them there. So we are gonna need some different type of minion to be able to get that. I'm a bit worried about it, because it seems to imply that we'll have to replay these maps multiple times to get the most out of them. The thing is, if it's in order to get the most out of them, that's fine. If it's in order to basically play through the main plot line, then it's basically recycling old content, and that gets tedious usually very quickly. I missed something. Yeah, what the fuck is this? We need to get to the other side, right? Then we can use the thingamajig to lower the drawbridge there, I think.
Taking position.
I want to see if I can lure them here. Yes.
That's mine for you. They're throwing rocks. Primitives. This must be the work camp those peasants spoke of. Be careful, Lord.
Let's not open that yet.
Make sure you take a full set of minions with you. Halflings might be short, but they're tough.
Mana potions.
I hear the bleating of lesser creatures, my lord. For the master! For you! For the Overlord! For you!
Okay, no real difficulties, no real options where to go.
Look, sire, a wheel! Your minions can turn these and, well, you never know what might happen.
Slave camp. Right. More or less, I was thinking about out loud, how am I going to split the videos, because there doesn't seem to be a real good Jesus Christ, partitioning of the game in any real sense. It's a sort of a, you can go wherever you want to go after the specific quests. So the problem being, what would be good enough of a chunk to play at at a one time? So I was thinking of maybe partitioning them as areas, but if we have to go back and forth here, like this clearly has another minion portal, which seems odd if I can just use the current minions to fully complete this area. So I don't think that's a good idea either. Maybe I'll just play as much as I feel at the time and leave it at that. So it's gonna be what it happens to be. Mm,
I've got calluses! My beautiful hands!
Thank you, Lord. You should know that the camp up ahead is defended by rock throwers.
okay, so how do they differ from the rock throwers we've already faced? Let them go there.
For you.
Okay, so how are we gonna do this? I don't really see much of a problem no matter what we do. See,
Better find a way to surprise them.
the surprise is not necessary. What we need is to get rid of the guard, so we can actually go after the rock throwers. I don't really see much of an ambush. They might come from the right hand side, but that's the only way. Right, we lost a guy or two. Nothing that serious. I was expecting a little bit more out of an ambush like this. I mean, why even give it a warning if there's nothing really worth giving a warning about? Yeah, I can't see what's happening. Okay, a single guy lost, not much of a casualty. Halflings on the other side. Don't see what we could do about them from here.
Hey, help us out! There are more prisoners over there, but they've got a big old troll guarding them.
No sense in dying when there are others willing to do it for you. Fear and awe can be valuable commodities, sire.
Need a place to replenish my minions.
That's mine.
Right, the troll is right in front
There are
of
more
us.
prisoners over there,
Two
but they've got a big
wheels.
old troll guarding them.
Big wheel on the left, small wheel above the troll. So it's all about the wheels, not fighting against the troll directly.
Nice.
A chance to recharge your health. Right, as far as I can see, what we're gonna go after the big wheel. Either I'll use a couple of minions as a decoy on the troll, or I'll use those guys. They are, at least a couple of them are armed.
Get us out of here!
Thank you for being a decoy.
Get it!
That troll ate my brother!
Yeah, no one cares.
Get us out of here!
Hurry! Hurry!
I don't want to die in a cage!
Kill! Kill! Kill!
Get
That's,
it!
Yeah, that's the crane, right?
That troll ate my brother!
Get us out of here!
Hurry! Hurry!
Is the troll still alive?
I don't want to die in a cage!
Kill! Kill! Kill!
So we lost a single minion.
That's mine.
Not bad at all. Also lost most of the townspeople, I guess, but don't particularly care about them.
That's mine.
A couple of them survived. I guess there were backup troops we could have used for some reason. Or somehow, rather, I have no idea how. Maybe they were delaying the troll, so it's more of a counter how long it'll take before the troll starts coming in.
That's mine.
Ah, waypoint gate, so we can return to the tower. I am sort of curious to see what's going on there because we have the crane now, but suppose we could report to Spree. I'll loot this place, go back to the tower, see what's going on there. No, there's a waypoint. This is not a minion summoning area. I'm not sure if I should come back here just for a single minion. The minion summoning portals seem to be always there when you need it, so... I do want to see what's happening with the crane.
That's mine. That's mine. But I'm mine.
So what did the crane do?
Now we have the crane, we can start to rebuild your tower, sire. That crane is just the job. Your minions are opening up the dungeon. Do go see it. It's so soothing.
We need
You
to
can
find a
fight almost
mistress.
anything you like down there, providing you've already defeated it once.
The spawning pool.
Welcome to the spawning pit, Master.
Right, we
The
don't
tower
want
heart
this.
is not only the main source of your tower's power, but it also contains information on your minions. Touch it and see.
Right, we can see how many minions are available, and we can see our corruption percentage, whatever that means. 0%.
Salutations! If you're feeling in the mood to practice your combat skills, sire, then this is the place to do it. The tower can recreate many of the enemies you've conquered, so you can kill them again at your leisure.
Suppose we could take a look at it. Rock Lobber, Swordsman and Troll. I can see some use for this. It's if you basically have encountered a troll, you still wouldn't know how to effectively fight a troll. So having a little bit of training might be useful, especially if you have a tough battle situation you have to encounter them in the future.
Most wise master! Harvester of life
Okay,
force!
can we just go back?
What?
Is this the same location? Yes. Now I do need minions. Okay, this is not a convenient way to do things. I suppose. Holy shit. Rats! Yeah, what are you gonna do with the rat? It's a hat, right? Okay, so we could basically leave and save if we find a waypoint, but the cost of that is that we lose all the minions we're carrying with us, so depending on the location, that would be catastrophic for us. So it's not without its risks. I think if you exit the game while you're in your little tower, you'll basically get a autosave is going to be created. If it happens here, no such luck. Also, we got the guys that were well equipped already back, so these aren't exactly totally new minions. You can also use the old areas apparently to re-equip your characters. So that's worthwhile, I suppose. If you have trouble progressing, you can just go back.
Master! For the Overlord!
Maybe the game also auto-saves at certain locations automatically, so you could basically go back a little bit to reach them. This is a waypoint, isn't it? Right, so it is not a summoning area for new imps or minions.
I hear the bleating of lesser creatures.
Yeah, just repeating the same. There are trigger points that trigger a certain type of events or dialogue. Doesn't matter if you're there the first time or the 10th time, it'll always get triggered. Not sure how to take the best advantage of that though. Right, that's what the hell do we need to do? Village of Spree, right? I sort of wish the game had some more music. I didn't dislike the little bit of a jingle we got when we first entered this area. Especially if nothing's happening, it's so quiet.
Saved us! Our boys are safely home! Oh, a fine job, my lord.
Oh, never doubted you for a second. We were just having a little fun with you earlier. No offense, eh?
Yeah, I have to say I'm not particularly impressed with my own character. 2 hits to break a barrel.
Themselves for a change. Quite a wild bunch, aren't they? Back home in Ruboria, I'm called Archibald Damius Methuselah Wobbleboard III, but folks around here just call me Archie. We've had some tough times. The halflings have ransacked most of the farms and everyone's turned up in Spree on my doorstep. They voted me mayor. I got the drinks, yeah, but no food to feed them. Look, I really need some, valiant knights to get us back the food the halflings stole from us. Their village lies to the east. I bet they're keeping it there. Go on. Full tummies for us equals fuller pockets for you, if you get my drift.
Okay, they're to the east. Right, where's east? There's no compass, there's no map that I can see, so east? Anyone?
Ah, I smell roasted harflin on the breeze.
That's what a real hero looks like.
I'll opt to not destroy the equipment, any kind, or the houses in the village. At least until the situation becomes a little bit more clear. I mean,
You and your
what we want to
creatures
do
saved
with
us
the
some
village.
work. Careful. This is the only bit of farmland we've managed to save from the halflings.
But the crops won't be ready for months. We'll have starved by then.
Halfling patrols are still out there. We've seen them go into this old workshop. Think they're keeping something in there.
First tower smelter is there. I'm inclined to go where I was instructed to go. This could be a minor area, but it also could be a large area. I have no idea. So we'll go where we were first instructed to go. Stolen food. Or should we? Because stolen food would also imply that it could be the thing that brings us forward instead of some kind of minor side activity. This, on the other hand, could be something small, compact, and easily completed.
Good halflings are
Let's
dead
see what our other options are. So a handful of houses, really. Sacrificial altar. I don't see anything but halflings there. So nothing that would indicate that it's any harder or easier than what are the kids' free food supply back
Those
mission.
halflings might be half the size, but they're twice the trouble. Castle Spree is under siege. It's burning. The demons, they came out of the air. The lady, she told us to run, so I ran and I didn't look back, even when the screaming started. I don't know if the others made it. I'm not going
This
back there
sounds a bit more serious than the others, so I don't want to go there. Mysterious lady sounds like it could be a mistress for our castle. A marketplace.
I can't get rid of the halfling stench.
It
I'm
is,
gonna name a
but
pumpkin after you.
that hardly matters. Right, so realistically we have two choices. Either go for the food or try to go for the forge equipment. Right. I don't know. I sort of want to go after the forge equipment.
You're the best kind of hero.
Because the
One with their
crane
own
was
army.
fairly easy, and I don't see how the forge equipment could really be all that difficult or lead to really anything too important. It seems like a basic equipment tool for the castle.
Only good halflings are dead halfling.
Might be enough, small enough of a job for us to just complete now.
You and your creatures saved us some work.
If we were clever, we could burn them. Are they dead or? They're dead. I was thinking they might be sleeping half. You might be able to lure them to the grass and burn them. Ah, this opens past to earlier areas, so probably not that tough. But it just makes moving around a little bit easier. We'll leave the sheep alone for now.
These roots? Oh, I've never seen anything like it.
Darn elves can't keep their own forest under control.
These roots are strangling our crops.
The forest? It's gone crazy. That ain't natural, I'm telling you.
I've tried cutting them, setting them on fire. Nothing helps.
It's elf magic. I never trusted those pointy-eared layabouts.
Entrance to the Elven Forest. This sounds a little bit more serious than the halfling stole my food. Right, so maybe deal with the happenings here, but I think the food situation is something that we should prioritize. Yeah. That's a fire minion summoning thing. And no ground minions at all. So I'm inclined to believe the food is probably the thing you should go after. Might not be all that exotic, but it's probably something that's right up your alley as a beginning player.
Halflings will eat anything not nailed down. Even then, they just eat the nails.
Okay, where the hell is one of my minions?
Hey, are those creatures for sale?
They might be. Treasure indeed. This is a area close to the slave market or slave encampment, whatever. So again, just another thing that connects to an earlier area. What is this? Requires 5 of my guys though. Let's not deal with that yet. Notice some enemies here. Yeah, that didn't go well. I think the problem was we got stuck fighting the melee guys, but it's really the ranged attackers that are the damage dealers. So we should have tried to move past the melee guys, try to directly get the stone throwing sons of bitches. They more or less act as a block, and that's the only thing they really seem to be doing.
Congratulations, sire. You have found a new domination spell.
Great, I guess. Except now I have 2 minions.
That's mine.
Where the hell are you going? I guess they go for waypoints, so at the start of the level would be the likeliest location. Not that far away, and if we get a new spell out of it, that's great.
Slow. This spell will slow down advancing enemies, giving you more time to make them very dead.
I'll think I'll rather use the slow than the fireball, because I don't. This is not a good combat game in the sense that my guy plays the hero and beats the shit out of everyone. This is more of a adventuring game, and me playing the support character to my minions. So slow makes a lot more sense. If their troll comes my way, I can just slow his ass so my minions have an easier time to deal with it. That sort of thing. Or an army of halflings. If I have to use direct damage, things have gone terribly wrong. I have to say something positive about the game at this point. It has a nice pace to it. It is very much on the rail, so it's not a satisfactory game in the sense of a role-playing game or a strategy game. It's there's not that much tactics being used, and you don't really fight. So I feel like this is probably as well. I'm not really complaining. A tactics game. Or I think more accurately a puzzle game, and it starts off easy. Dungeon Keeper at times could get somewhat challenging, so this could end up being fairly difficult at times. Who knows?
Looks like they're preparing a party down there. We should hurry up, sire.
What the
Don't
fuck is
want to
that?
miss it.
Butterball. It's either a gigantic halfling or its stomach moves a little bit at a delay, so I'm guessing it's supposed to be bad. A lot of stone throwers and a troll. I'm not sure if there's a good way to do this. Go in there, slow the troll, kill the... Yeah, I don't think we should go after the troll until the sidekicks have been taken care of. What the hell was that? Want to fight the troll. The slow takes a huge amount of mana to use. Not sure if it's that useful either. Okay, how are we gonna kill it though? I'm guessing decoy attack its then attack its rear. I don't know. Doesn't seem to be that tough. It has a couple of moves that are sort of troublesome, but that's it. It could be more of a try to keep an eye out on its specialty moves and not get killed by them, and that's about it. I would like to know what exactly does having these minions drink, for example, actually does. I'm guessing some sort of boost, but I'm not sure if it's positive for us in every situation.
Seems that we won't be joining the party just yet. While they're busy here, perhaps you should find out where those greedy devils have hidden Spree's food.
There's something odd about the guards here, the halfling guards. They're not swordsmen. They're something different. They have a pole weapon. They're standing in a weird position too. Seem to be getting some sort of a temporary boost maybe from the drinking. I'm assuming it's just only positive, so we don't have to worry
Looks
about it.
like you'll be able to fit your magnificent and imposing presence in through there, Lord. For the master. For you.
Yeah, recovering mana this way by finding mana potions is incredibly tedious. So sacrificing minions is pretty much the only way. I think magic should be used tactically and very sparingly. So basically bosses, top opponents, that sort of thing. Ooh, halfling homes. I'll leave here, go in there, get the autosave, figure that. So nothing special really happened, just more or less getting more familiar with the game and how things are handled. Uh, I'm I'm curious how the game is gonna keep things fresh. I mean, there's not a lot of things I can do with the brown ones. Basically, send them out in maybe different size groups against different targets. Try to avoid attacking certain targets, but that's about it. Uh, I'm not bored by this, but this is one of those things that I can see being entertaining for a few hours, and then you need something new. Otherwise, it's gonna get stale real fucking quick.